The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Straight to the air they go. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Escapes the pocket. That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there. But flag on the play. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here.
Yep. Here we go, son. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Here we go. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
They'll run here following the penalty. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down.
Here we go. Good. Right.
Fields out of the gun. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. In disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Kick is away and really up there trying to pin them deep. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense.
Don't worry.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Lamar now from the gun. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
He has the first over the middle, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Handoff headed right to Henry. Oh, he trucked that defender along the sideline inside the 25. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Running once more with Henry. Making defenders, and he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He fires one deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. On the move, headed right. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go.
Here's Fields to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Ravens. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Let's go. Angel. Easy. 11. Right.
1st down throw for Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go, son.
Off play action, it's Fields. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Fields coming back after the pick. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Catch is made down the right sideline. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Go.
Another throw for Fields. Completed to his running back. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Chubb runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 1-score game. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Middle.
The drive begins with Henry. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Catch made by Mitchell. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one's caught along the left sideline.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Lamar throwing again. He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields throwing here. He's on the move. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go. Good.
Fields on 1st down. He's got a man left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Here we go. All right.
Play action, Fields. It's into the hands of Chubb. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Shotgun snap to Fields. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Fields now on 3rd. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Here we go. Ready.
2nd down and 10. Fields. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Slye. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Joseph. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, middle. Shot. 180. Shot.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Lamar now from the gun. Touchdown, Baltimore! Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Here we go, son. Right.
They'll run the draw with Chubb. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Chubb brings it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Chubb's clear. Here we go, son. Go.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes out to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. The Browns are lined up to punt. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. And this return will reach the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns make it an 11-point ball game. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens need some big yards in a hurry. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
13. Hey.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He'll start from the 39. Escapes a defender. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. It'll be a punt of 41 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go. Hey.
Now Fields. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Ready? Right.
Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be second down.
Here we go. Good. 575. Right.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Right.
Chubb going for the marker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
We're right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1.
Hey, Ted.
Fields looking to throw. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And look at this return. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
180. Ready, shot. Hey.
Now it's Lamar. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns are going to take over after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Goddard makes the catch. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here we go. Easy. Right.
Here's Fields to throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Forced out to his right. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, son. What's right? You got a mini base, right?
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Up and good from Joseph. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. Here comes the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. Gets this one to Andrews. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, right side to Henry. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Another run for Henry. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking for Zay Flowers. So second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Turning to Henry on third. Oh, he dropped that defender. Good running here. He's across the 15. Powering across for the touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens grow their lead to 8. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, son.
Off play action, it's Fields. He just throws this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
That's right. Here we go. Say hi.
Chubb running out of the gun. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now third and 9.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now it's Fields. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Extend. Hey, Monday. Delta. That's right. Say hi.
Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Ready, shot. Hey.
They run it with King Henry. And have him gain about a handful there. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hey. Yo.
Henry running to the left. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
13.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Hey, report. Touch.
Changing it up here, Jackson. His fine's likely. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Report. Hey, report.
They send a tight end in motion. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Go.
Trying down the middle with Henry. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The Ravens with the lead, hoping to close out a playoff win. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Going with King Henry here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bullock's kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good. West, right, sit. Right.
Play action, Fields. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. This one finds Goddard. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go.
Fields on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Here we go. Hey, Ken, go. Ken. Right.
Third and long for him here. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Up, let's go. Angel. Right.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on fourth down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Trying for a touchdown here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go, son. Easy.
Another throw for Fields. Connection made to Judy. And he's brought down after a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Here we go, son. Right.
Desperation time here on fourth. He's on the move. He connects downfield on fourth. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. Got all of it, and this is good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
it on! Hey, hey! Right on!
Running once more with Henry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Go.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens up by 8. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
What are you? Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Sit up!
Henry's going to try to pick it up. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah. Sit up!
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Handoff headed right to Henry. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Ravens in victory formation and content to just knee this one out.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win and hold. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.
all my friends in a big black truck. Sheesh. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa. I'm a dancer, dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza for my leisure. List. I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this, then say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist.